Yo YouTubers, it's Origami Anime and I'm coming in with another anime review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the series Sword Art Online. As of this recording, the series still hasn't ended, but I'm going to review the first half of this anime because Sword Art Online is necessarily a great anime. Here's the plot first of all. The plot is about a boy named Kirito is like a really big fan of video games, and the most recent video game that has come out is called Sword Art Online, like a MOP or something, a World Wide Web game that is flying off the shelves. Everybody wants it. And well, what happens is one day he logs in, and like always on the day of the release, everybody there is playing, he's teaching, you can interact with people like it's a new world. A world where you can do anything in video games. But then the creator of the video game just appears and says nobody can no longer log out. The log out option disappears and everybody's trapped in there. And then he tells them, whoever dies in this game, or if someone from the outside world tries to remove your helmet, the helmet will fry your brains and kill you instantly. So everybody just gets freaked out instantly and starts acting, then how are we supposed to escape here? What's gonna happen to us and everything? And well, besides that, he says, so you don't think I'm such an evil person. I'll give you one chance. Complete this whole game, go through all 100 floors of this game and beat the final boss, and I will give you the option to log out again. Throughout the story, you can see that Kirito starts off as you start seeing Kirito as that weakling, that he's a shut-in or something like that. But as the anime progresses, he's actually the main hero, one of the best characters I've honestly seen in anime. And well, this story of Sword Art Online just doesn't end there on the Sword Art Online, because this anime was said to be like 24 episodes long. What happens is the Sword Art Online arc, this anime actually has two arcs, Sword Art Online and another one that's like Alphen something like with fairies or something like that. It actually divides into two different arcs. The first one being Sword Art Online, where they're trying to escape, and the second arc in where they're actually trying to save. Kirito is actually trying to save somebody that died in the video game, and everybody thinks, oh, he's maybe that character is no longer gonna appear or anything, but he actually discovers that she's still alive in another video game, so he tries to save that person. I'm not gonna give away who that person is, so because I bet you'll want to see the anime, not me spoiling it. Okay, let's get to the characters. First of all, the main character, Kirito. He's your typical, like I said, at first you think of him like a shut-in or guy that doesn't go too well. But you actually discover that he's the best, or one of the best players in this whole game, because he used to be a beta tester before this. And he actually knows how to level up extremely fast, actually starts showing and helping the majority of the characters he meets. He leaves an influence in them and actually helps them in a way that could have saved their lives. The main heroine of the series is Asuna. That actually, by what you see in the anime, there's actually a lot of romance between Kirito and Asuna. But Asuna is your typical like super intelligent girl that's headstrong, forward, and never wants to back down from anything. Now, everything you want in this type of anime, well, heroine. And she's really interesting and has really good character development. Another character that's worth mentioning is Yuki. She was originally a program inside Sword Art Online, but actually creates her own body after the creator of the video game, distorts everything, she actually loses purpose in the game. So she starts observing two people, Azuna and Kirito, and actually wants to be with them and creates her own body. But when she first appears, she's like, I don't know who I am or anything. So what they do is practically adopt her and tell her that she's her daughter. But she's like really sweet, really kind person, and you just like her from the instant you see her. But that's enough from this review, because I bet after you see this you might want to watch this anime because it's really good. I really recommend it. It's in my top 20 anime. I have to make a video about that someday. Okay, the only downside I have about this anime is that it could have been much longer if they wouldn't have put that it was a 25 episode limit. Because seriously, the story about people getting trapped inside a video game and then trying to escape from it without dying, that type of concept is one that you can turn into a mainstream anime. But unfortunately, they said it's only going to be a 25 episode anime. So that's the only downside I have about this anime. Because if they would have strung this into more episodes, I bet this anime could have flown and become a mainstream anime. But besides that, there's not really any other default I can find with this game. Maybe another one is that they level up too fast. Because, for example, in one episode they're level 2 or 5, and then in the next one they're like 20, and then 73. I mean, they skip a lot of leveling up. You just want to know, how the hell are they leveling up so fast? If they could have put more like fights, battle scenes in this anime, it could have been much, much better. But maybe that's why they made a 25 episode anime instead of a mainstream. But besides that, this anime is perfect, or at least really good, and I really recommend watching it if you're into science fiction, action, romance anime. Well, that's been all for this review, and as always, have a great day, and I'll be back with another anime review as soon as I can. Ciao.